Okay, we're going to do an update on our California Desert Oasis video. This is a lemon, a Meyer lemon. No lemons on it. Another Meyer lemon. This is a new tree. This is our Satsuma. You can see we've got one little Satsuma. Male Che. If you can see the little balls on there, it wants to give. It wants to fertilize the female Che, but there's the little fig. Oh, there's our chickens. Here's the female Che. She's not giving any flowers, so that male is going to be frustrated. Let's see if I can get a close-up on the fruit. It'll get a little bigger, and this will swell about twice that size. They're Che. They taste like a... kind of taste like a mulberry, but not as messy. There's nopales, lots of nopales. We're hoping we get some tunas, the little cactus fruit, at some point, but right now they just give us the leaves, little nopale leaves. You can see our fig. The fig is new, I don't think it was here last time. And it's already given us a couple figs and more on the way. Let me see if I can just do a whole, kind of see the whole. I'm back up against the back fence, so you can kind of see the whole yard. We're happy because it's all green now. When we first got it, it was pink rock and bare dirt. You can actually see the pink rock right there. That's the last vestiges of the pink rock, the ugly pink rock. This is called a quince. It has not given us any fruit yet. We planted it. We just took a twig off of a quince tree and planted it, and it rooted, and now it's turning into its own little tree. And here's my persimmon. This thing has not tried to give us any fruit this year. Every year it tries to give us tons of fruit. Not this year, but it has grown like a weed this year. So we added some organic fertilizer, and I think the organic fertilizer really made some difference. You can see my apricot. This is our tallest tree. Let me see if I can show how tall it goes. Actually, do you want to get... Let's see here. It's probably about 10 feet now. We've already harvested all the apricots. They were very good. Very sweet apricots from that tree. There's some tomatoes off of my tomato bush. And there's my tomato bush. It's outgrowing its cage, but you can kind of see down here the tomatoes down at the bottom. And then of course little baby tomatoes. It'll keep growing until the first frost. Keep giving us tomatoes. Here's one of my square foot gardens. You can see the zucchini plant. Let me zoom out here and kind of get the whole bed. A zucchini plant. Best if you just have one zucchini plant per bed. They take up tons of space. You can see back here. tiger nuts. They look like a grass, but they're going to give lots of little tiger nuts. We've never had them yet. I'll let you know how it goes. You can see here, tiny little. This has a funny name. It's like Sclerzona or something like that. And here is my jujube. These little things, you can see they're small. They taste almost exactly like a sweet apple. They don't have any tartness to them if you eat them ripe. If you dry them out, they say they taste like a date. I haven't had them like that. Little jujube. Here's my second bed. I've got another zucchini. And the strawberries are taking over this bed. You can see, I haven't tried to give a lot of strawberries yet, but you can see they've got a few popping up. This is a little watermelon, a small watermelon. Here's one. Here's another one right there. Another little pepper plant right here. And here's I think these are purple green beans. Here's another zucchini. We have so much zucchini, we're going to probably make some zucchini bread. Got a couple ready to harvest in there. And this is my plum. And you can see he's probably the second tallest tree. And he gave a ton of little plums this year, little Santa Rosa plums, and they were as sweet as they could be. We had to harvest them a little early because the birds love the little plums. They're dark purple. And more nopales. There is my peach tree, and this thing is loaded with peaches. They are not ready to harvest yet. You can see they're small peaches. They're not as big as the ones in the grocery store, but this is the largest size crop we've been given. The peaches are bigger than they have been in previous years. These branches are just loaded down with peaches. If we thinned them out, they would get a little bigger. You can see this branch here is practically falling off with the weight of the peaches. There's about 10 peaches on that little branch. My dog's apparently trying to make a cameo. Aha, my watermelon. This is new. Oh no, this is butternut squash. So yeah, let me see if I can find a little butternut squash. There's one. Yep. It's got all sorts of little butternut squashes. Oh, there's a big one over there. See it? Well, it's bigger. And there's another little watermelon. And here is our pomegranate. They call this variety Wonderful. And it really took off. It's never given us more than 2 pomegranates. But I guess this was its year. It decided it was ready to start producing and it's just loaded with pomegranates. These things are really good. And here I have another little Nepali cactus. And you can kind of get a view of the whole backyard from the far fence. Here are got 2 blueberry bushes. They produced a couple months back and we've harvested them. You can see the green in the yard. We've tried to fill in all of the brown spots. So we have a completely green yard now. That is our little desert oasis. And we'll try. Oh, you know what? These are not that much to be proud of, but they are. Hopefully, hope they're gonna get bigger. This is called a loquat, and I think they're struggling a little bit with the heat. I've got 2 of them. They give really like an apricot-like fruit, and if I can ever get them to really root themselves, we'll have another really great tree that produces early fruit. The fruit comes out in March or April. And what I love about these trees is they all produce at different times, so we get, throughout the year, we pretty much have fruit. Just the few winter months we don't have fruit, but even the persimmons will give us the winter fruit. So maybe January, February, March we don't have fruit, but the rest of the year we're kept in fruit. You can see this grass. We've really worked, we've fertilized it. And we let the weeds grow in. This is clover. We actually planted the clover. And people don't like clover because sometimes it can take over a yard, but we already have, this is Bermuda grass. I don't think it's gonna take over the yard. The chickens love the clover. Chickens love the weeds.